Hello there, dear. Have you ever wondered how some seniors seem to keep their homes clean without breaking a sweat? Well, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Stick with me till the end, and I'll share my simple, daily routine that keeps my home neat, tidy, and a joy to live in. Plus, I'd love to hear your cleaning tips, so don't forget to comment below. Oh, and if you find this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and join my newsletter, Savvy Senior, for more practical advice. Step 1. Start the day right, make your bed. It might seem like such a small thing, but making your bed every morning is more powerful than you think. When I was younger, I didn't give it much thought. I used to just get up and rush to the day's tasks, leaving the bed a mess. But I'll tell you, something changed when I started making my bed every day. That small act gives you an immediate sense of accomplishment, even before you've brushed your teeth. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just pulling up the blankets, straightening the sheets, and fluffing the pillows will do. It transforms the whole room instantly. A neat bed makes your bedroom feel like a retreat rather than just another messy part of the house. Making your bed can also influence the way you take care of the rest of your home. It's like a domino effect. When you start your day with that one productive step, you're more motivated to stay on top of other little tasks throughout the day. And if nothing else, there's nothing better than climbing into a neatly made bed at night. It just feels more relaxing and put together. And for my fellow seniors, let me say this. Our days can sometimes feel less structured than when we were younger and juggling work and kids. This small act adds a touch of structure to your routine. It gives you a sense of control, which is so important as we age. So, before you go about your day, take a couple of minutes to make your bed. It's a simple but powerful habit. Step 2. Wipe down surfaces. You know, it's incredible how much dirt and dust can gather on surfaces without us even noticing. That's why my second step is to give the most used surfaces a quick wipe down every day. It doesn't take long. Honestly, no more than 5 minutes. I start in the kitchen because, for me, that's where a lot of the magic and mess happens. After I've had my breakfast, I grab a damp microfiber cloth or a surface-safe cleaner and wipe down the counters, the stovetop, and the dining table. These areas can get grimy from cooking or eating, and tackling them right away stops spills and crumbs from hardening or spreading. Once I'm done in the kitchen, I head to the bathroom. That sink gets a lot of use, and let's be honest. Toothpaste splatters and water spots can make it look messy pretty quickly. A quick wipe with a damp cloth keeps it sparkling and presentable. I even keep cleaning wipes in the bathroom drawer for those super fast touch-ups when I don't have much time. Dusting is another big one. Flat surfaces like coffee tables, shelves, and TV stands can collect dust faster than we think. Giving them a quick swipe each day makes the whole house feel cleaner and fresher. It also improves air quality, which can make a big difference, especially for anyone dealing with allergies or respiratory issues. One thing I've learned is that when you stay ahead of the mess, you avoid the overwhelming task of deep cleaning. Later. It's a small investment of time now for big rewards later. A damp cloth and a little consistency go a long way. Step 3. Put things back where they belong. Have you ever found yourself standing in a messy room, feeling completely overwhelmed? That used to happen to me a lot when I was younger. It felt like clutter just had a life of its own. But here's what I've learned. The best way to deal with clutter is to never let it pile up in the first place. Every time I use something, whether it's a pair of scissors, a throw blanket, or even a cup of tea, I make it a point to put it back when I'm done. This sounds so simple, doesn't it? But it's truly a game changer. You wouldn't believe the difference it makes when you develop the habit of returning things to their spot. For example, let's take the living room. I keep a little basket next to the couch for remotes, magazines, and my reading glasses. When I'm done watching TV or flipping through a magazine, everything goes right back into the basket. It keeps the room looking tidy without any extra effort. Now, let's talk about the kitchen. It's one of those spaces where things can really pile up fast. After cooking, I make it a habit to wash or rinse each utensil I've used and put it away immediately. It's easier than tackling a big mountain of dishes at the end of the day. The same goes for my pantry. If I grab something off a shelf, like a bag of rice or a can of soup, I take the extra second to return it to its spot. This principle applies to everything in the home. Shoes belong in a shoe rack. Mail and papers need a designated drawer or organizer. It's all about giving every item a home. And you know what? This not only keeps your house looking tidy, but also saves you time. You won't waste hours looking for your keys or that one notebook you swear you had just yesterday. I've also noticed that this habit of putting things back becomes a sort of muscle memory over time. It just becomes second nature, like brushing your teeth. Little by little, these small moments of effort make a big difference in the overall feel of your home. Step 4. Sweep or vacuum high-traffic areas. Floors. They take a lot of abuse, don't they? High-traffic areas like the kitchen, hallway, or living room tend to gather crumbs, dirt, and all sorts of bits that sneak in with every step. That's why giving these areas a quick sweep or vacuum every day is one of my favorite routines. For me, it's all about convenience. I keep a small, lightweight stick vacuum handy. It's so much easier to grab and use than lugging out a big machine. And if you prefer a broom, a quick sweep does the job just as well. Now, why every day? I'll tell you, daily maintenance keeps things manageable. If you wait too long, those crumbs from breakfast and bits of dirt from your shoes will spread, making the cleanup a much bigger chore. But a daily once-over takes just a couple of minutes and keeps everything looking fresh. I start with the kitchen because that's where most of the action happens in my house. It's amazing how quickly the floor picks up crumbs and little spills during the day. Then, I move on to the main walkways, like the hallway and living room. These are the places I see the most, so I like to keep them looking neat and inviting. Another tip? If you've got pets, this step becomes even more important. All that pet hair can really make your floors look messier than they are. A quick vacuum daily keeps it under control and makes your home feel fresher overall. Finally, there's something very satisfying about clean floors. It's like your whole home feels brighter and more welcoming. If you're having guests over, or even if it's just for yourself, walking into a room with spotless floors makes everything feel that much more put together. Step 5. Handle the laundry before it piles up. Laundry. It's one of those things that can sneak up on you if you're not careful. I'll be the first to admit that, in the past, I'd let it pile up until there was a mountain of clothes staring me down. But once I realized the stress it caused, I made it a habit to stay on top of it every day. Now that doesn't mean I'm washing loads of laundry every single day. Instead, it's about doing little things to keep it under control. For instance, after I change clothes in the evening, I'll immediately sort what's going into the wash: lights, darks, delicates. Sorting as I go makes laundry day so much easier. I also pay attention to linens, like dish towels and bathroom towels. These get used frequently and can start to smell if left too long. A quick change and a toss in the wash keep everything fresh. And here's my little trick to make laundry less of a chore. Fold and put it away as soon as it's done. I know it's tempting to leave that basket sitting on a chair or in the corner for later. Trust me, I've been there. But once you get into the habit of folding clothes straight out of the dryer or off the line, it doesn't feel overwhelming. Plus, putting things back right away keeps clutter out of sight and gives you that satisfying sense of completion. By managing laundry in small, consistent steps, you save yourself the headache of an all-day laundry marathon. It's not just about clean clothes, it's about peace of mind. And who doesn't love the feel of fresh, crisp sheets when you go to bed at night? Step 6. Do a 10-minute evening reset. One of the best things I ever started doing is what I call my evening reset. At the end of each day, I spend about 10 minutes going through the main areas of my home, putting things in order. It's such a small amount of time, but it makes a big difference. Let's say you've been in the living room. watching TV or reading. I'll fluff the cushions on the couch, fold any blankets that might have been used, and make sure the remote controls are in their spot. It might seem small, but waking up to a tidy living room is such a pleasant feeling. In the kitchen, I make sure there are no lingering dishes in the sink. I'll give the counters a quick wipe down again, and sometimes I'll set the table for breakfast the next morning. There's something nice about walking into a kitchen that feels ready to greet you when the day begins. The bathroom is another spot I check before bed. I make sure the towels are hung up properly, the sink is clean, and everything is in its place. And finally, I take a quick look around the house for anything that's out of place. Maybe there are shoes by the door or papers on the dining table that need sorting. It doesn't take long to pick them up and set them where they belong. This little routine means I can go to bed knowing I'll wake up to a home that feels fresh and calm. Why is this important? Because how you end your day often affects how you start the next. A clean and tidy space sets the tone for a peaceful night's sleep and a productive morning. So before you turn out the lights, spend just 10 minutes doing an evening reset. It'll do wonders for your home and your mindset. Step 7. Wipe down surfaces daily. Let me tell you, surfaces can become dirty faster than you think. Between cooking in the kitchen, getting ready in the bathroom, and just living your everyday life, fingerprints, dust, and smudges start to appear everywhere. That's why I make it a habit to wipe down my most used surfaces daily. For me, it starts in the kitchen. After cooking or preparing meals, I take a moment to clean the counters. Not just a quick swipe, I grab a damp cloth or a cleaner and make sure to remove crumbs, spills, and even those sticky spots that you don't notice right away. If you let them sit, they're much harder to clean later. The stovetop also gets a quick wipe because, trust me, little splatters from cooking can build up quickly. Then, I head to the bathroom. Sinks, mirrors, and counters in there take a lot of daily wear. I keep a cloth and a small bottle of cleaner in a cabinet right below the sink. That way, if I see toothpaste splatter on the mirror or a water stain around the faucet, I can handle it on the spot. Living areas like the coffee table in the living room or the dining table are next. These spaces collect dust and sometimes random fingerprints or spills. I don't leave those for the weekend either. I give them a quick wipe as part of my daily routine. Why is this so important? It's because those little touches every day mean you won't have a big cleaning job on your hands later. Plus, walking into a space where the surfaces are clean just makes the room feel fresher and more put together. It's like polishing a mirror. Suddenly, everything feels clearer. Step 8. Open windows for fresh air. I don't know about you, but there's something about fresh air that just changes the feel of a home. Stuffy, closed-up rooms never feel as clean, no matter how spotless they are. That's why, every single day, I take a moment to open the windows and let the outside in. I do it first thing in the morning, if the weather allows. Even just 10 minutes makes a difference. You'd be surprised how much stale air builds up overnight. Opening the windows not only brings in a fresh breeze, but also helps clear out odors from cooking, pets, or just living. If it's a bit chilly outside, I'll only crack the windows open slightly or limit it to 1 or 2 rooms. But no matter the weather, I always find a way to circulate some air. For those of you in warmer climates, this might even become your favorite part of the routine. Another trick? While the windows are open, I like to shake out any cushions or throw blankets outside. It's amazing how much dust can settle into fabrics without us noticing. Fresh air makes the home smell cleaner, and honestly, it even lifts my mood. Sometimes I'll take a moment by the window with a cup of tea, breathing in the crisp air while listening to the birds or watching the trees sway. Fresh air isn't just good for your home, it's good for your mind and body too. So, make it a habit. Open those windows and let the world in, if only for a little while. So there you have it, my simple daily routine for keeping my home clean without stress. What works for me might work for you too. Remember, it's not about perfection, It's about creating a space you feel happy and comfortable in. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, share your favorite cleaning tips in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more advice like this. And hey, why not sign up for my newsletter, Savvy Senior? It's full of tips and tricks for living well at any age. Thanks for stopping by,